Yesterday, while on your campaign or meet the people tours, and at a stopover at my doorstep, Nyakoi Market, in my ward, declarations were made that these are the people. You went round giving declarations on people who should be vying for various posts, from the MCA, MP, and the likes. We want to remind you that yes, we respect your opinion, we respect your candidature, but specifically for Kitutu Chache South, and I want to address you directly on this, and also address our people of Kitutu Chache South. We are not going to allow any outsider to come and choose for us our next leaders. And I must say, starting from His Excellency the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, and the Deputy Party Leader for Jubilee Party, the Honorable Matiang'i. I'm not blaming or laying the blame on you, but when the so-called goons were breaking into the stadium and vandalizing the governor's office, you were right there. Our own resources as a county being vandalized. People from our region coming and inciting our locals in your presence, and you cheering them to continue inciting them. How do you feel? Kwa majina, mimi naitwa Dr. Felix Atisa, mkaazi na mwenyeji wa constituency inaitwa Kitutu Chache South, kutoka jimbo ama county ya Kisii. Kwa kikazi, mimi nafanya kazi ya udaktari ama consultant gynecologist katika mji wetu wa Nakuru. Na kama mjuavyo, nimejitosa kwenye ulingo wa kukitafuta kiti cha ubunge cha constituency ya Kitutu Chache South mwaka wa 2027, ambayo ni next year. Actually imebaki mwaka moja na miezi 5 tuingie katika uchaguzi. So from my people from Kitutu Chache South constituency, as you are well aware, I'm solidly in this race. Nimekuwa nikijipanga na wenzangu, and nimefurahi kwa ile support mumenipa, the calls you have made, na ile moral ambayo umenipa na kunihakikishia kwamba mtasimama nami wakati wa uchaguzi utakapofika. Na kama mjuavyo, from 2023 wakati nilijitosa kwa ulingo wa kutafuta hiki kiti, niliongea na teams zangu, all my supporters, na nikawaeleza ya kwamba tutajipanga kwa hali na mali kuhakikisha kwamba hichi kiti tumechukua usukani wa hiyo constituency yetu when the election is called. Na tumekuwa tukitembea katika vijiji, wards zote 5. Tumetembea ward ya Nyakoe, ward ya Bogeka, ward ya Bogusero, Kitutu Central ward na Nyatieko, na supporters wetu wamefurahi kwa ile kazi ambayo tunafanya na tunaendelea kufanya na tunazidi kufanya. Na hatuja kuwa confrontational. Tumeheshimu wale ambao wako kwa ofisi, tumewapea nafasi ya kufanya kazi for the last 3.5 years. Mahali tunaona wanafaa kukosolewa, tumewakosoa, na tumewapea opinion yetu vile tunataka constituency iendelezwe. Na yote yamekuwa sawa, pia wao tumefurahi kwa ile heshima wametupa. But as we near the election, we are going to change gears. Na tumeona wenzetu wameanza kubadilisha mwendo na wameanza kuchange gears. Wameanza sasa kuharakisha maneno na wameanza kujipanga. So tunataka tuwajulisha kwamba hata sisi tuko tayari na tunazidi kujipanga. Vile mjuavyo, as we near the elections, there is going to be different political formations. Iko wale ambao wameshaamua ni chama gani wanaenda nacho. Iko wale ambao bado hawajaamua. Hata iko wengine wataenda independent. But as you all know, respect and working together and respecting each other mutually is very important. Mumeona ya kwamba for the last 3 days, kuanzia Jumatatu, yesterday and today, our brothers and sisters from the United Opposition have been in our county, and they've been traversing, having road shows, attending meetings and talking to wananchi, which is a very good thing. I have seen a few of our leaders from the entire Kisii region and Nyamira. Some of them are very good friends and close associates, and we encourage what they are doing. They have brought other political affiliates from other parties and other regions, na wamewatembeza eneo letu la Kisii na Nyamira. Tunashukuru kwa hiyo. Nashukuru pia wenzangu, those who have been on the broad-based, who are still on the broad-based, na wale wako kwa serikali, kwa mrengo wa serikali, ambao pia wamewapa heshima, hawajasumbua mikutano yao, na wamehakikisha tuwe na amani. Hilo ni jambo la kufurahisha. However, a few things that I want to put across, which are very disturbing, and I want to send it as a strong message to our brothers and sisters, especially in the United Opposition. I want to start by saying that I'm one gentleman who respects everyone, especially in the political race. Nataka kuanza by stating what happened in Kisii County, and specifically Gusii Stadium and our Governor Simbarati's office. Generally, allow me to really condole with the families who lost their loved ones, who lost property, and whose lives have been altered by sustaining fractures, and some even spending time in hospitals and ICU. We condemn with the strongest words possible, especially for the organizers of hooliganism and those who went out to maim others and destroy people's property. This we condemn. However, I want to ask our brothers and sisters in the United Opposition, especially our brothers in the United Opposition from Kisii. All our leaders in Kisii were elected by us. How do you feel when your governor's office is vandalized and even set ablaze? How do you feel when your own brothers and sisters are killed or maimed in the name of hooliganism? To what extent is this political intolerance going to take us? How far are we going to go with this kind of intolerance? I want to be very specific. We had very senior members of the United Opposition, and I must say, starting from His Excellency the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, and the Deputy Party Leader for Jubilee Party, the Honorable Matiang'i. I'm not blaming or laying the blame on you, but when the so-called goons were breaking into the stadium and vandalizing the governor's office, You are right there. Our own resources as a county being vandalized. People from our region coming and inciting our locals in your presence and you cheering them to continue inciting them. How do you feel? I want to ask our elected leaders who are there, specifically our area members of parliament and our area member of parliament for Kitutu Chache South, when the former deputy president comes to our region in unison with the other leaders of the united opposition and incite our people na kusema ya kwamba nani alichagua huyu muindi. What do you expect our people, how do you expect our people to react when such senior leaders come to our villages and ask nani alichagua huyu muindi? What if all of us take the truth? When you say huyu muindi, huyu ndio muindi wa kwanza kuchaguliwa Kenya. We have people from the Asian community and other races who have been elected and to different seats in Kisumu, in Meru, and even in Nairobi. But we've not come that low for one of the senior most leaders in the united opposition to come and ask our people ni nani alichagua huyu muindi. And to the surprise of all of us, the same leaders elected were cheering to such kind of statements. And I want to ask, including our area member of parliament, when you cheer at such sentiments, nani alichagua huyu muindi? Arudishe kwao. Kwao ni wapi? Kisii, and especially our constituency, Kitutu Chache South, is very cosmopolitan. When we start questioning people's origins, then we are forced to also start questioning the origins of everyone, including the current sitting member of parliament. Yeah? When you say nani alichagua huyu muindi and you cheer, hata sisi tuanza kuuliza nani alituletea huyu kiongozi na kwao ni wapi? And those are questions we are laying squarely on their table. Watuambie kama mnataka huyu muindi atolewe, basi hata sisi kama Kitutu Chache South tunasema kuna mahali inaitwa Nyamakoroto and such kinds of places in Nyamira. Then we need to go there and really ask, are you supposed to be our leader or a leader of some other regions? We have given you a lot of respect, we have allowed you to lead us, and we've been monitoring your progress without interference. But when you start throwing stones, knowing you're also in a glass house, then you need to be very careful. To the Honorable Matiang'i, we know and we appreciate the fact that you've been really trying to, sell your candidature in the entire Kisii County and the country at large. But I want to remind you that in leadership, all of us are interested parties. The other day, you vehemently defended our area member of parliament after he assaulted a gentleman in a restaurant. Of course, the case is in court, it was reported, and our area member of parliament was taken to court, and the case is ongoing. But the Honorable Matiang'i, when you come out to defend him, that is being arrested because he supports you, I think you are not being sincere with our people. Let's call a spade a spade. The gentleman was being arrested for hooliganism, for assaulting a fellow citizen, and I don't think that is keeping with the leadership morals. So I will urge that as much as you protect him when he does wrong in public, in full glare of the cameras, be informed that there are people who also are aggrieved by his actions. When you go out to declare that he's being suspended from parliament for supporting you, I think you're being insincere. Because we all know the actions that led to such kind of suspension from parliament. And there are legal mechanisms of, trying to solve that issue. And I'm sure they have already taken that route. But when you come and defend him, you see, this is an honorable member who is representing us, but is representing us dishonorably. And you vehemently defend him, saying that he's being, followed, is being oppressed because he supports you, and then you are also being insincere. Yesterday, while on your campaign or meet the people tours, and at a stopover at my doorstep, Nyakoi Market, in my ward, declarations were made that these are the people. You went round giving declarations on people who should be vying for various posts, from the MCA, MP, and the likes. We want to remind you that, yes, we respect your opinion, we respect your candidature, but specifically for Kitutu Chache South, and I want to address you directly on this, and also address our people of Kitutu Chache South. We are not going to allow any outsider to come and choose for us our next leaders. We are not going to allow any outsiders to come and impose MCAs on us, to come and impose members of parliament on us. We shall request and demand that you do your campaigns honorably, you desist from installing candidates upon us, but if you so wish to take that route, then we are prepared to face you on the ground, because we believe the people of Kitutu Chache South have a right to choose their own leaders. These blanket statements of taking us back to the olden days of proclaiming that only members affiliated to some regional, village parties, family parties, and the likes will be elected is a cake, is old school, and is time bad. We must be democratic enough. And let me remind my listeners, and especially the people of Kitutu Chache South and Kisii as a region, etokwa negoreji saiga mwamanyire kwenda mwakobesire saiga kuruis mwakobesa kuru mwatorete ire saiga eyo twawade saiga jisa ina Gusii na ndi ntore capable gutwara saiga yeito taetemba buria ba minto ba Gusii esaiga ye mo tutebito soe mumanyite ningo mumaita accounts chibesa saiga yenga ichigo so after twakore siasa twakore elections mumaite saiga yese gocha guchi ngoba tebetinga Gusii ntu abate saiga ichito ekere mogo tolentera ebiasi nemechere mwacha gotoneri intu bwatia matoka ito ntu bwati chifukado cheito ntu bwati mesia ito inkito takoneri ebiito nga tutebigunga chisaiga chito ne chimbe ne chinke chisaiga chito ne chiebinyoro ono mwago tolentera saiga mwarusi kurusi mwarusi mungainire mubekire bosiabu muri chi flower girl ne chi flower boy egasi eno no wunchokana mu market yesaiga yo musachonde eichore kabise bucheche ebesa ke wichore account yabo abasiale uchisiko. So amangana ya mugocha watutebinga nga tuenspi tubeke sutia yemo tutamaidie sutia yo se apimeretwe tutamaidie segochia tutamaidie ngo control accounts chesa igeyo amangana yumuira ni simwa ruseti kero monto na wate sega yaye na ready go defend sega yaye but inya moko insist nga gocha muike morente sega yumu arusi simwa rusi nto ready go defend sega cheito ndo wate vya mange ikomi korusi ndo wate national parties ndo wate even other regional parties ekere mocha watu ya magana Jubilee other than Kisii ngai muigwete bintebe okwano intu abwate kiama ebyama byeito yonda totebaiga mocha buto razmishira ekiama muarusi smuarusia kiabwetu abacholi ikairana ikabe kiama kiabantu gete ikabe ye family gete bono mwatorendire mote ingekina kiama ky'omugusi umugusi no muntu watobongo bokoregasi umuntu maite kubeka omoki na endole determined to make sure that whatever they want to achieve is achieved. So igonta tego clarify eme cornelions bitwaro che okorunya koenga kerogete nyarebe word gete nyarebe asigete nyarebe ikiama nyarebe. We want to say and condemn it with the strongest terms possible. But if you so wish, we are ready to face you. Na ande to watenga na mtundu wate chisaiga cheito. Bali bagucha kuruwana nga baguruwania serikali without any agenda. Tinta etu tebanga serikali tirakora magosa ande. But negendere to kolegasi. We saw how our brothers from not just Zaire Janda ole korukungo moindi other government and UD affiliated members of parliament ikaramuko and each constituency yao ntuate garete mna moko bacholi. But the truth is most of these people are performers. They are bringing real development to the people. They are hustling. They are making sure the people's needs are met. They may not have reached 100%, but they are doing their best. But when you come and demonize everything they do, utaine serikali imemota ete motoke serikali tutete tutoke bona wami ndo barobari serikali imo ready nkitoko baboli ndo kutika bagandire gas 2027 kegweka aba na inchi mbaliko chikwamwa. People may be wondering, so inchengo kwa na zuhu ngokuwa na mno mwenyeji a standing member of parliament Chache South na endo already go defend ekerogi ekyo by all means that they could encourage all my supporters from the constituency. Don't lose hope because we are coming to restore the dignity of our constituency, the dignity of the seat of parliament representing Kitutu Chache South. And I want to tell you that I am proudly associated and affiliated to government. Why am I saying this? If there is a way you can get closer to government and bring resources closer to your people, why not? The time for negotiating and making other political deals will come. Engaki ukera ike. Na hotowe karansa stubora ninga ngaitu ikere ngaitoko gendera. But when you bring a whole community, oda tuko batukutengore moinga pa obasikerero. Surrounded by known serious political prostitutes, it is not going to augur well with most of us. We shall face you head on. We shall tell our people the truth. And when the right time comes, our people shall choose to stick with the truth, stick with development, and, leave a legacy for generations to come. I'm not trying to say the government is perfect, but when the government is saying that there is universal health care, what have you done as our leaders of alternative government to make sure that our people in the villages benefit from universal healthcare and SHA. Other than you poisoning them and telling them SHA is not working. These people are impoverished. When they get sick, they have no money to pay in the hospitals, and they die like cockroaches with heavy, huge medical bills. What have you done to make sure that the vulnerable people, the orphans, the widowed, the extreme poverty-stricken members of our community have access to at least a healthcare insurance, in this case SHA? What have you done? But yours is to go and make sure that they actually don't take SHA. And when they are sick, none of you is near them. When the government talks about agriculture, what have you done to make sure that our people in the villages are getting the subsidized fertilizer? What are you doing to make sure that our people in the villages are getting the improved semen to improve their livestock productivity? What are you doing to make sure that our people and their produce, agricultural produce, is getting to the market? What are you doing when we talk about national infrastructure? What are you doing to make sure that our region is getting a fair share of that infrastructure development? What are you doing to make sure that feeder roads get into our villages and connect our people to the mainstream highways? When we talk about social protection, how many people have you reached in the village to tell them about the government subsidy available for our people in the villages? The 70-year-olds, people living with disability. Do you even have a record? Do you even have a database on these people? Have you linked them to the system? Have you linked them to government? Which other government are you waiting to form in 2027 so that you can link them? So should I die now waiting for a government in 2027? Why don't you help me now? Then we shall square it out again in 2027. Why should we stall our development agenda as a region, Munomogusi, for 2 years just waiting for Osaneramuka Mumura? How sure are we are even getting to 2027? So I want to urge our leaders who have christened themselves as an alternative government, the united opposition, who are going around, and I'm really touched by this because they're in my region. But when I listen to them, they are my good friends. Some of them very high-ranking professionals in this country, have been in government for many years. But what are you doing to tell the people the truth? How are you linking people to, when we talk about economic growth, when we talk about jobs creation, digital, digital hubs, how much have you pushed to make sure that we have digital hubs in our wards, other than just saying this government is not working? How far have you pushed to make sure the digital hubs are in our villages? How far have you pushed to make sure that our people in the villages get linked to some of these few jobs that are available? How far have you pushed to make sure that our marginalized in the society, in the villages, have access to potable water? It cannot be business as usual that we must join your bandwagon and bash the government 24 hours in the hope that 2027 is coming and we win an election. That is not proper. And I want to be very categorical that we have about 1 year, 5 months to the next election. Whatever you do with this information is up to you. If you want to go around bashing the government, insulting each other, trying to see who is stronger physically, who has better and stronger guns than the other, that is up to you to decide. But some of us have decided to try the level we can, the little we can, to make sure we at least educate our people about the various opportunities available. Opportunities for self-progress, opportunities for education, opportunities to grow their income, opportunities to access healthcare cheaply through social insurance, opportunities to even access jobs abroad through various government subsidies. Have you even told our people that they can actually get a government subsidy if they get a job abroad to cater for their accommodation and transport, and repay that as a small loan within 6 months upon getting that job abroad? Have you told our people that? It cannot be business as usual that we must join you and abuse and bash everyone. You and your team is not the alpha and the omega. That must be very clear. We must give our people a chance to choose the leaders they wish. We must allow our local political parties flourish. You cannot import a party. You cannot go and tokwenda ukobese kiama kuru so ukobesa kuru mumaya gotolentera Kisii mote yunga ikemera enere party wikamunyetware mekone yuntori go entertain. We are capable of forming our own political party or parties, and we are a democratic nation. No one is going to box us into a single party. No one is going to force us to swallow their toxic agenda. Our people deserve better. Our people deserve the truth.